Hey guys, and welcome to week 17. If you didn't see the latest news, at 15 weeks and 6 days, we found out the gender of our twins. I will link that in the info box below. But we're having a boy and a girl. I'm in shock. I don't know why, because it could have been anything. I mean, I had no reference really as to what we were having, but I really wanted a brother for Abram. I really wanted to be able to use all of his clothes and things again, since there's so much that he literally only wore once or twice or never at all, because he went from one size and jumped up or something like that, or shoes or whatever. So I'm super excited to get to use all of his things again. And then I just never expected to have a little girl. I've never been one of those women who I want my little girl, or I want to do pink and dolls and all that stuff. I've never really craved that, but it's just such a pleasant surprise that I'm going to get to have a daughter. Wow, I don't know, I'm so in shock. I don't think it could be any more perfect having one of each, and we're just really excited. So I really like the What to Expect app as far as explaining what's going on with baby and what's going on inside of my belly. It says for 17 weeks, which today I'm 17 weeks in one day, by the way, but it says for 17 weeks, the baby is the size of a turnip. It is 5 inches long and 5 ounces. She is now about the size of your palm and weighs 5 ounces and is developing some body fat. Her heart is now regulated by her brain and no longer random, and beats between 140 and 150 times per minute, about twice as fast as yours. What else? She's practicing survival skills she'll need at birth, like sucking and swallowing. And it says, now that you're starting to show, I've been showing for a while. Let's be real here. But now that you're starting to show, chances are friends and coworkers want to reach out and touch your belly, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. It says that you may now have the appetite of a truck driver now that your queasy feeling is gone. So on that note, I definitely do not have sickness anymore. I think that went away right at around 15, 16 weeks, right around 15 weeks, I think. And my appetite is huge. There's definitely days and nights where I feel like I can't get enough, and I just keep going back to the fridge for another popsicle or another this or another that, and I just can't get enough food. But I still have moments where I don't feel queasy, but I struggle to find anything that sounds good or appetizing. And even if something sounds really good, I'll eat it once and then I'm not interested in it ever again. So I'm just really glad this sickness is gone though. So back to that gender ultrasound, I just have to talk a little bit about the babies. Our boy baby, who is baby A, he's on the left side, he measured a little bit bigger at 5 ounces, and this was at 15 weeks and 6 days. So he's quite a bit ahead percentile wise. So he measured 5 ounces. He literally had his arms stretched back, and his legs were just kicked out like he was just chillaxing on the beach. He was all stretched out, and I don't know, he was just so cute. And then the girl baby she's on my right, that's our baby B. She was kind of just curled up all dainty with her legs crossed and her arms by her face, and she's kind of always been like that, So it's funny because for a while I've thought that the baby A on the left may be a boy and baby B on the right might be a girl, just because of the boy baby's always just crazy and rambunctious and stretching around, and he has had a slower heart rate, and the girl has a higher heart rate, and she just always looks all dainty and calm and chill. So I just kind of had that instinct, and I guess that was right. But yeah, it was just really cute to see her all sweet and calm. And she weighed 4 ounces. That's what she measured anyway, was that she was around 4 ounces. So she was still ahead of the game as well. But they definitely had a size difference between the two of them. And the doctor said that was totally fine. As of 15 weeks and 6 days, or 16 weeks, I was up 6 pounds total from pre-pregnancy. I'm really comfortable with that number. With Abram at this point, it was quite a big, I had already gained a lot of weight. So I'm really comfortable with that. I think it's probably going to pick up a lot more now that my appetite is back, and I actually want to eat. So I'm feeling at least one baby move around in there. I think I feel the boy baby on the left moving, or I know I feel him moving, but I'm not for sure if I'm feeling her moving at all. It's hard to know where she's at in relation to him. I just feel a lot on my left side, and I've been feeling it now. I've been feeling flutters really and just different feelings since about 13 weeks, but in the last few days, it's been definite where you're like, that's a movement. I felt a baby kick. And this morning I sat down on my computer and felt like a lot of movement, almost like the baby was kind of kicking and like getting into a new position. So I felt a lot of kick, kick, flutter, flutter, kick, kick, and all on my left side. So that's our boy baby. Unless she's kind of squeezed over there too and I'm feeling both of them, I don't think I've ever felt her move, but who knows? I don't exactly know how they're laying and positioned and things like that. So I have been using the Doppler as well on a pretty regular basis, every other day, sometimes once a day, to check on the babies. And here in the last couple days, it's been kind of a challenge to find both of them. And I think it's because I still expect them to be small, and I keep looking way down by my pelvic bone. And they're a lot bigger than that now, and they're all over the place. So I felt my uterus, I was laying down, and my uterus, the top of it, you can just feel like this ball, and it's hard. My uterus is probably about 2.5 inches above my belly button. So I need to start, when I'm doing the Doppler, looking in more places than just down by my pelvic bone. So I will insert a clip here of that. I'm definitely getting my energy back. It's still not at 100%, but I've just had a lot of days here in the last week where I've been on kicks of cleaning or organizing or putting things together or just getting things done that need done. I've had a lot of energy come back, and I don't quite know if I'd call it nesting yet, but I think finding out the genders brought back a lot of joy and brought overall just a lot of excitement, and is kind of making me like ready to start preparing for them. I'm still not quite ready to start like sewing their quilts or things like that until I'm past that viability 24-week mark, but I'm definitely getting some nesty organizing energy happening. The next thing for us is our true anatomy scan, and that is going to be on February 1st. I will be, I think, a little over 20 weeks or right before 20 weeks, I forget. But when we had our 15-week and 6-day ultrasound, they were shocked at how big the babies were, and they were shocked at how much they actually got. So they pretty much got every single thing they need for the anatomy scan, like looking at palates, looking at length, heart, brain, kidneys, everything. There were a couple things they didn't get for the girl baby because, again, she's just like curled up in a little ball and doesn't move much. So there's still a couple things they need to measure and get for her when I go in for the official anatomy scan, but it shouldn't be a super lengthy anatomy scan since they already got quite a bit. The only other thing I'll mention about that is I almost passed out during our anatomy scan, and the same thing happened with Abram, but this time was a little more intense. I was laying on my back, and I just started to feel really hot and kind of sick, like not quite myself. And I didn't say anything. I'm like, I'm fine, you know, because you're laying there for about an hour. And after a few more seconds went by, my vision started to go black, and I told her, I'm about to pass out, which I've never passed out in my life, but I just imagine that that's what you feel like right before you pass out. So she had me quickly roll onto my side, and we took a break, and then I felt better. But the same thing happened with Abram's anatomy scan. Although I didn't notice it, she noticed the color draining from me at that scan, and I had to do the same thing. So I guess when I get to a certain size, I just can't lay on my back. So I guess I'll show you guys a bump shot. I am not wearing a maternity shirt at all. I'm wearing a, like before pregnancy, this is kind of a flowy shirt that you wear with like leggings, but it's not quite flowy now. So here is my 17-week and 1-day bump with twins. There is my bump. Let's see if I can. Here's my 17-week bump. I'm feeling quite big, ladies. I can't even imagine how much bigger this belly is gonna get. Alright guys, thank you so much for following, and you'll probably see an update in a couple weeks. Bye.